whoa, whoa. What's happened to Bilko?
Hey!
Hey!
So welcome. How you doing, mate? You alright?
I'm doing alright, pal. Yourself? Looking well.
Good, mate. Good, you're looking well as well. Is that a new bit of artwork on the background I see there?
It's a wee change up, I decided the picture of Glasgow was getting moved. So I've stuck a wee Mandela poster that I'm quite proud of. So it's a wee change of artwork.
Brilliant, mate. It's looking good. So welcome to podcast 12, part A. We're going to do an ALDI versus LIDL special over the next couple of weeks. Who's going to win? Is it going to be A or L? Right, mate, that was quite impressive. So tonight it's going to be ALDI.
ALDI.
Here, Brenny. ALDI the intro tonight.
Alright, sorry.
ALDI the intro.
God, yeah. ALDI it.
So we've probably just lost a few of our new subscribers. If you're a new subscriber, hello, welcome to the show. Yeah, give us a like, etc. I hope some of you are actually trying the beers tonight as well. We've tried to get that out in the social media. So yeah, I have to say, Brenny, this isn't our usual stuff. We've been wanting to do this for a while, haven't we? A wee budget range.
We have. We've been wanting to do it for a long time because not everybody can afford to drink £3 a can, £5 a can, £7 a can beers. So we're moving up and we're staying true to what we believe, which is stay local. Aldi's local to me.
It's great, isn't it? I've got one, you've got one within half a mile, and I've got one within half a mile. So it's brilliant.
And I'm not the same ones if you're doing half a mile each other.
I know, man. It is amazing. So yeah, we're still going to.
Listen,
sorry, mate. There you go.
It's all about affordability when it comes to it. We've had loads of our friends and subscribers saying to us, "Wait a minute here, when he's going to do some of the other stuff in the world?" This is a great example of where you can do it. So I'm more than happy to do an ALDI v LIDL special. I did actually try and go into LIDL already on Vicky Road. And I'm going to be honest, Bilko, I walked by it at 2:30 on a Friday, and there was a queue for social distancing out of that one. So I'm going to struggle to have a look at what we've got available in LIDL. So we need to go with the ALDI first and then see what happens. So.
Aye, we can see that there's probably enough beers here to do a couple of podcasts anyway, isn't there, man?
We'll see how it goes. We'll see how the head it goes.
Aye, we will do. Listen, before we start, big man, I hope you don't mind me mentioning this. Shout out to Broughton's Breweries who've contacted us on social media. Listen, I love a steak pie. I'm going to get this right out the window, and I'm also going to out the window right out of my mouth at the moment. I've got a wee video. I did make a wee steak pie, right, just to prove it. Right, we did use your product. Nothing against the product, but we had that many beers to choose from, so I did use that in a steak pie. And I'll maybe fire up a wee video just for the proof in that. But a big shout out to the Broughton boys if you're listening. So big man, apt to start with this one, innit? It's ALDI IPA. You have to say, great packaging.
It is Aldi. It's Aldi.
Can we just say as well, but mate, I think they've spelt sessionable wrong. Everybody knows that sessionable spelt with an SH, is it not? That's how you spell sessionable.
Of course That's just Germans that don't know. Germans that don't know that. And folk with Doric, that Doric in German, Sesh. S-E-S-H, Sesh.
So it's a ALDI IPA. It used to be ALDI, as you know, and it's a 4.7%. So to call it sessionable is quite bold, isn't it? 4.7%.
Bold is what they are.
Obviously, it's brewed by a Brewdog, obviously, there. If you want to read about what happened there, it's an interesting story, isn't it? How it came about. We're not going to get involved in that.
We won't.
we're just going to taste it, and we'll decide if it's sessionable, won't we, mate?
Exactly.
So,
cheers.
Cheers. Smells good.
I'm not going to lie, I've had a few of these already.
Right, I've never tried it.
Right. Is that your first time?
This is my first time, mate.
Right, so I've had a few of these, and I'm going to be honest, I really, really think it's a lovely, lovely brew.
Aye, it's good, man.
What a Pilsner.
That
Right,
does, it's light.
it looks so light, it looks so light, it looks so, you know, there's no the carbonation of a Pilsner, but there is carbonation. But, and I know, I'm just saying that, I know you to me, be honest, mate.
It's Benito.
But, exactly, the Benito. But, it tastes really hoppy.
I like it. I mean, I'm not going to lie, man. I thought when I was a bit, when I seen it pouring out the can, it doesn't have that IPA, you know, the cloudiness you get out of the IPA.
Aye.
You're spot on with the Pilsner.
It looks like a Pilsner.
Aye, but
It looks like a Pilsner.
the way it smells is got IPA all over it. I mean, I'm
and then when you taste it, the hops just still. I mean, I think it's a really, really nice beer.
It's good. It is good. It's definitely got that IPA. It's got a nice balance to it. Not gonna lie, it's coming in at around about £1.49 a can.
30, I think £1.30.
Is it £1.39, mate? I knew you knew that.
I had to buy another one because I drank the one you gave me last night. So I was buying 4 a day. I mean, maybe it's different prices at different Aldi's. You never know.
Aye, it might be. Obviously, I live in the posh Aldi at Rutherglen. Aye, the posh area.
I forget. Are you actually crossing zones in the tiers?
Aye, whoa, I have to do that. I know. I had my mask on and had my sanitizer and all that and had everything. You know what I mean? Jeez, oh man, what is that?
That's for you, St. Lannister pricks coming on into the weeds.
That's Darth Vader there, man. So, but aye, that's exactly what it says on the tin, man. What I like is the fact that they've listened to us and they've actually brewed it in 330ml cans.
Mate, they've obviously watched the podcast.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, so I like the fact we're influencing brewers now. We're actually telling major corporate organisations like Brewdog and Aldi are now actually realising that what we want is 330 mils. I mean, so I'm all for that. I'm all for that. The influence we have is far-reaching. I love it.
Mate, I know we've got quite a few beers tonight, man. So I don't know about a few, but I'm actually good to go and start scoring this if you are.
Yes.
Right, so firstly, I'll go first. Then we'll just switch it tonight. I'll go first.
Okay.
Cool. As you can see, we're organised as usual. So, yep, would I buy that again? 100%. I would buy that again. £1.39-ish I can. Absolutely spot on. Very sessionable. So, would I sesh it? Aye, I would sesh that. Really, really good. Now, the scoring is going to be tricky tonight because we've been lucky enough to have so many great beers so far, so many great breweries on the show. So it's going to be difficult for that to stand up. But if I'm comparing it to, you know, like the Galway Bay, which was more of a sessionable beer, wasn't it? We also had the Track one, which was more of a sessionable kind of lager. In terms of a sessionable IPA, I think that's solid. I'm not enjoying it as much as some of the other IPAs we've had. Nothing against it, but buy again, sesh again, and I'll give it a good solid, mate. I'm going to start off tonight with a nice solid 7 out of 10 on that.
Interesting. Interesting. So for me, I find this as a can, as a standalone. I'm reviewing it as a standalone can of IPA at £1.39, 330 ml, and it's hitting a lot of boxes. I mean, look, it actually, as I said earlier on, it pours like a Pilsner. It pulls like a Pilsner. Sorry.
That's that Darth Vader.
Into the light. We're into the light. We're into the light. As I said, I think this is a cracking beer for the price. I really enjoy it. It pulls like a Pilsner. It's when you actually taste it, it tastes nothing like a Pilsner. It's completely hoppy. It's completely IPA. I think Brewdog, give them credit where it's due, and Aldi, give them credit where it's due. They produced a beer which is lovely. Really like it. Based on that, I'm going to score it. Well, would I buy it again? I bought it plenty. It's not the first time I've tried it. I'm already into buying it. Bilko dropped half beers last night. I actually had to go and buy more today because I drank the one that we were going to review. So if you're wanting a review, that's where you're going. It's that good that I'm buying multiples of it all the time. So I'm going to be a lot more generous than what Bilko's been. I'm going to review that. Would I session it? Yes. Would I buy it again? Yes. And my scores on the doors is going to be an 8 out of 10. That's an 8 out of 10 solid.
Wow, man, that's Virgin and Beer of the Night territory already, Mick, man. That's a great score.
Listen, it is fantastic. It's a lovely beer. It is a lovely beer.
See, for £1.39, man, that is beautiful for that price. And let's not kid ourselves on as well, mate. Mate, that is good. Mate, I was just about to give you a wee Aldi.
Aldi for the Aldi.
But mate, see the fact that you've bought it again, and I know you've got good taste, mate, normally. The fact that you have bought it again and again speaks volumes for it. And if you're new to the show, which some people will be, 7 out of 10 is still a good score, but 8 out of 10 is a very good score. So fair play, big man. Cheers to you on that, big man.
So the second beer of the night is Barney's. It's a sherbet sour pale. And it's, according to Barney's, it does exactly what it says on the tin. Ziggy citrus hot flavours of lemon and lime carried with tongue-tingling kettle sourness. Fusing taste like eating sherbet. It's 4.2. The malts are pale and acidulated. I fucking can't even say that, mate. Hops are Pilgrim, Sixer, Motua Kia, and Tile.
Get it open, mate, eh?
Get it, boy.
Can't believe this has got pale ale in the title, mate. Oh.
You're going to be psychologically scarred.
Oh, I'm scared, man.
Your psychological scarring.
Yeah. Eating sherbet, eh? This is going to be a face cruncher. Cheers, big man.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.
Smells all right. Doesn't really crunch the face up that much at all, does it?
It's not that much of sour, mate. I don't even taste that sour.
It doesn't have a lot of I was expecting it to be a pure utter zingster. What I mean, a pop.
You can taste the lemon and lime. Even then, it's not exactly.
I don't know if I would clap. I mean, it's got a hint of sour, but it's definitely got the pale ale coming.
Here, calm down. It's no sherbet.
Aye, it's
they're definitely no hitting what they're saying. When you're saying that's a sherbet, I don't taste. I've got no recollection of ever having sherbet like that.
Aye, that's not sherbet, mate. It's there's definitely lemon, lime. There's I don't know what the tingling kettle sourness. It's like sherbet that's maybe been put in some water and had all the sourness taken out it.
In fairness, have another gulp.
Okay, if you insist. It is Friday night after all, big man.
Indeed. you can get a bit of the sourness, second drink, I'm saying. But you're not getting the initial.
You give it a hint. But you're talking, I mean, if you're thinking...
There's no one of the face changers, but oh.
Aye,
which is never what we're used to.
Aye.
You know, the government.
Aye.
You know.
Aye. The thing is, the sours is where we've been...
It's a nice beer. I'm not going to dismiss this, by the way, straight off the bat, as being a bad beer. I think the initial pour taste, based on what they say, is a struggle to actually qualify.
Mm.
But I'm enjoying it now. I'm twaffing it, if that makes sense. You know, that way it's quite well.
Mm-hmm. Well, it is a 4.2%. A lot of the sours that we've been trying, and listen, they do describe it as a sherbet sour pale. They're not calling it an out-and-out sherbet sour. So it's maybe a hybrid of the pale ale and the sourness. So we'll let them off in that respect. And it actually does taste quite beery, I suppose. And the beer's probably more. Mate, what it is we've just had that many good sours on here recently that I'm expecting that boom. Face crunch.
I'm certainly not. For my initial disappointment of, I was wanting sort of kind of early 90s.
Aye. Aye, mate, aye.
Obviously, you're not going to get that all the time. But I'm enjoying it. I'm actually enjoying it. It's a really nice beer. I don't really get the sherbet vibe. But I do get the citric, what they're talking about, the lemon and lime, and you do get the citric hops. So I am quite happy with it, actually, for what it is.
See, that's the thing is, but man, you're not a real big fan of the sours. The sours have become kind of a beer that I've really looked forward to. And also, again, it has got the word pale ale, or pale, and they describe it as a pale ale. So automatically I'm thinking here, right, this is going to have to it's going to have to give me the face crusher. It's going to have to give me the Archie's face for me to really get it, because that normally leads to the taste sensation. And I feel a wee bit let down on the overall taste sensation and all that, but I can see why you'd like it. And for what was this one? I think this one was run about, they're all run about 140-ish, 150-ish. 4.2%. I mean, what, mate? I maybe ask you a question here, mate. I mean, is this sessionable for you?
Like to.
I see. Well, there we go. I mean, it's very unlike you or any of us to say a potential sessionable pale ale sour. So fair play to them for that. But mate, I just.
Those closing the doors.
Aye, let's go for the scores and the doors, mate. On you go.
Right, so I'm going to go with a Cessna, a good Cessna, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to say yes.
Okay.
Would I buy it again? Aye. I've got to admit, I would buy it again because I quite enjoy. No, I don't think it is what it's saying on the tin, but I quite enjoy the taste of the beer.
Mm-hmm.
And as a score, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. I quite like that.
That's a good score, mate. So, I'll just cut to the stage straight away. I mean, would I session it? No, I wouldn't session that. Would I buy it again? Sorry, Barney's Beers. No, I wouldn't be buying that again. If to kind of qualify that, if somebody had said to us, if somebody didn't like sour beer, and I said, well, maybe an introduction to that, one that's kind of maybe just going to kind of give you an idea of what it could be like. I kind of, I don't know what the word would be. I kind of, a kind of 2 over par type sour. I'd maybe say, well, you can maybe try that. So I'm not going to totally dismiss it, but mate, for me, I'm only giving it a 5.5 out of 10. Sorry.
What? Disappointed then, eh?
Aye. I was disappointed because I was looking forward to it, mate. It's cleansed. It's not cleansed my palate enough, the way that some of the other sours do, and I feel that's what I'm really looking for in a sour beer. I'm looking for my palate to be cleansed in order to move on to the bigger sesh, if that makes sense. So it doesn't do that. And mate, what I'll say is I was talking to Neil for the wee beer shop on Twitter the other night, and he was telling us that Barney's beer do some fantastic beers. One in particular, he was going on about, can't remember the name of it because my memory's like a sieve. But so we're not just, if you're in the likely event you're watching this, I'm sorry, but I'm calling it as I see it, mate. Know what I mean?
Sure.
Right.
Fully expected, David, you're fucking saying.
Absolutely, man. And listen, mate, I'd have been happy with 55% in my bloody English exam at school, I'll tell you that. So, are we giving it a wee cheers, big man?
Aye, we're giving a wee cheers, even though I'm finished.
Jeez, oh.
I know.
This is why, I tell you, people, this man here, I can't even point to him, tell you, man, top drinker. He drinks responsibly, so he does.
Very responsibly.
I just thought we'd come back here, mate, because, well, 55%, 5.5 still isn't harshness, but one thing I will point out, obviously these are affordable beers. That's a great shot of the can, mate. Keep that up there, because with the Aldi one, there's no removable label. But Barney's, to their credit here, which is one of the reasons we like craft ale, is you get the removable label. And they've actually got the removable label on there, I believe. So, you know, hats off to them for that. I don't know how easy it is to get it off. So, beer number 3 of the night is an Orinoco Mocha Stout from Glasgow's own Drygate Brewery.
Gone to Glasgow, up the Gallagher, the tenants.
Aye, up the Gallagher, eh? Aye. You'll be up the Gallagher, I'll be doing it Fir Park Street, mate. Right? So, big description here, courtesy of High Street Supermarket. So we might not mix it by waterfall or like that with the Enya connotation, but this river of chocolate is just as smooth, rich and decadent as anything an Oompa Loompa could concoct. South American coffee beans and cacao nibs bring a roasty, bittersweet milk stout to life. It's an award-winning beer evoking flavours of textures of dark chocolate ganache, caramel latte and toasted marshmallow, melting into velvety espresso. Go with the Orinoco Flow. We all know about Drygate. We'll link to them because we do. I don't mind a bit of the Drygate. And yeah, let's get it cracked open, mate. Aye, so am I running out of glasses, man?
How come? You've got all the ones that went through that cold ship yard. You got me 20. You got me 20. How you run out of glasses?
This pours very well. Oh, mate, I like that. Obviously, I've messed up my pour a wee bit, but I'll still like it. Oh, yes. That is holding it nicely, isn't it? Coming in at 6%. Water, malted barley, wheat oats, hops, cocoa, coffee, lactose, milk, vanilla, and yeast. I'm going to have a wee taste. Sorry, I know I'm a bit behind you, mate. Cheers, big man.
Cheers. Lovely. And can I say, well timed during the night.
Aye.
From the previous beers.
Yeah, that's lovely, man.
Really enjoying it.
Immediately, you're getting that creaminess, the lactose, the vanilla, the coffee. I mean, it's easy to be. I mean, it really is. That's really good, mate. I mean, we both like our coffee. That's
lovely.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Really. You're getting the chocolate. You're getting the sweet stoutness as well. You know, it's like coffee and chocolate. Coffee and chocolate's overriding. It's lovely. Absolutely lovely.
That is. See, the description of that mocha milk stout just sums that up to perfection, man. It's like a lot of them that can be like almost surreal or subliminal with the names, but that is mocha milk stout, man. Chocolate.
I don't think.
Oh, beautiful.
And this is what I quite like about Drygate. Drygate's like an affiliation onto the tenants. So they have space within the tenants. Super Scotland. And I don't know why. I mean, tenants run Scotland when it comes to brewing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? As in multi putting it. But they realised there was a space for other beers and their actual bar at Drygate. So you've got outside space, you've got inside space. So the Drygate, there's a bar you can go and taste all these beers and taste other beers as well at the Drygate. So I'd recommend doing that as well for MD. And to be honest, that's an absolutely lovely little drop.
Oh, it really is, man. Again, we're beginning to pick up some knowledge, but I mean, you look at the lacing, you can see it for here. I don't even need to push it up to the camera there. The lacing on it is phenomenal, man. Really nice lacing. Not that, yeah, I mean, does it make a difference to the taste? But what it does is psychologically for me, I know that's going to be a good beer, just by the lace and the way it's clinging to the glass. I'm really impressed by this, mate, honestly. I noticed that they do a double.
It's really nice. It's a really nice stout. It's a really nice stout.
They do a double.
There's no even. The thing you've got with, especially when you're changing beers, is how's your palate going to accept it?
Yeah.
And I've not a glass of water, you've not a glass of water. And we went from pale ale, pilsner type beers to this. And it's lovely.
It's
lovely.
It really is, mate.
Lovely. You know, it's like, you can go on about the chocolate, you can go on about the milk stout, you can go on about the coffee. Ultimately, you're tanning it.
But that is 100% tannable, man. That is well tannable, mate. So is. Summed it up there perfectly, mate. 6%. Not to be sniffed at. Yeah, wouldn't know at all.
Wouldn't even know it.
They do a double Orinoco. I noticed that Drygate do a double Orinoco on their website. I'm looking at. I mean, I'm not going to lie here. I was looking for descriptions, and I got the description there off of Sainsbury's. Right, out of stock on Sainsbury's. That's mate. Out of stock. So that's a big tick for them. Obviously, it's very popular. Obviously
Aldi. You want to get Aldi? That's what you want to do.
Well, if you get down to Aldi, mate, aye. By the way,
none of these high end fuckers.
Sainsbury's, eh? Who shops at Sainsbury's? Do you know who that is? That's for all those craft beer guys, in it. Sainsbury's.
The fucking Waitrose up in the Merds and that. You know what I mean? Up in the Merds and that. Fucking shit we don't know about. You know what I mean? A Waitrose. You're local Waitrose.
But that was, we get lost when we were coming back down for Dug Walk the other week, man, and we ended up in Giffnock, and there was an Aldi in Giffnock, and we went in there, and mate, I tell you, man, they've got Aldi caviar and all that in there, man. They've got Aldi baskets. See the bikes you get? They've got Aldi baskets for the front of the bikes, and it's not a bakery in there, mate. It's a patisserie. Anyway, they asked me to leave after I'd been in there for 2 minutes, mate.
2 minutes? I'm surprised you get in by the bouncer.
Well, Fiona was with me to be fine, mate, fair, mate. So, but
she gets you guys passes to a lot of places.
Why she does, man. She has some lassie. But mate, the new thumbnails, etc. Obviously, it's all Coutts Graphics work. But to get back to the beer, mate, I'm really enjoying that, man. Oh God, and it's good.
If you're looking for just a chocolatey coffee stout, mate, that's the Orinoco. I'm actually going to stock up on this shit.
I'm going to. Perfect for the winter as well, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I wish I had one of them for the morning.
You can eat for a bad shift.
Oh, perfect. I'd actually got I'd got one during the week. It was I can't even remember what it was called. They got it off Dom. Dom had sorted us out with one, and it was a wee tiny one. And it wasn't cheap, but it was good. It was the opposite of this. It was more molasses as opposed to the kind of, which is more the kind of bitter side of stout. But this stuff, man, it's I'm in love with it. Mate,
coffee and sweet.
Mate, we reviewed one, did we not? We reviewed a Mocha Choca blocker for Williams Brothers on our test podcast, if my memory serves me correctly. And I think that's better than it. I'm ready to crack on here, mate, if you are.
Yeah, we're going for the scores of the doors.
We are indeed. So, is it buy it again or session it again?
Buy it again.
100%. Buy again, mate.
So would you sesh it after that?
6%, mate, I must admit. 6%. Damn tootin', I would session that again, mate. I'd be session that, man. I would sesh that. It's Andy, you ready, mate? I'm giving that an 8.5 out of 10, mate. 8.5 out of 10. And that's not just because Drygate liked her post on Twitter.
I'm being honest with you. Would I buy again? Would I sesh it? Fucking right, I'd sesh it. No, honestly, that's how much I've got left, right?
Yes,
I know,
session in it.
And that's getting down my gullet as soon as I finish this review in a couple of seconds, because it's fucking pure Moorish. It's totally Moorish. You want Mary, it's fucking, you've got the chocolate, you've got the coffee, you've got the stout, honestly, it's a cracking beer. Right, so I'm going to score this. Would I session it? Yes. Would I buy again? Yes. And I'm going to score it as an 8.25.
Brilliant, mate. I'm so glad you've done that, mate. That's it's a cheers. Oh, and Brenny, do you know the best thing about this beer? I've actually got still some left, mate. I'm just going to sip this and savour this and annoy you by just sipping it away, mate.
Fine, mate. I'm going out of my fucking fridge and getting a rum and coke and fucking do whatever else.
Anyway, always drink responsibly, folks, eh?
It's William Brothers Rubus Grapefruit IPA. I was caught in the hot bell. I didn't realise I was introducing this, but I want to just say anyway. So, Williams Brothers, Crank Brewery for Alwa, all the rest of it. Available in all the ALDI stores.
Exclusive.
Get it poured.
Well, we're pouring this, Brenny. I had a wee chuckle because we'd agreed to do the blood orange one, the Otis one, but we both picked up the wrong can, didn't we?
Did we really?
Sign of a good night.
I just looked at that can and I thought it was the blood orange one.
So did I, man. It's easily confused. So, cheers, big man.
Cheers. Cheers to the grapefruit. A lot of grapefruit in that.
Oh, yes. Aye, I knew you'd get a wee bit of the old Archie's 1991 when you tasted that, mate.
Oh, that's a lot of grapefruit. That is a lot of grapefruit.
Oh,
that is a lot of, it's borderline me going, but it's helped me to pass.
It's borderline Josh Wink, Higher States of Consciousness, Tweeting Acid remix, isn't it?
Getting close. Getting close.
Mate, what I will say is, obviously it's exclusive to Aldi, classic IPA enhanced by a burst of natural grapefruit flavour, refreshing and bitter to the end. Yep. 4 out of 5 on the bitterness stakes and 3 out of 5 on the sweetness stakes. And that's for williamsbrosbrew.com.
Is that brewed especially for Aldi?
Yep, it's exclusive. Exclusive to Aldi's 5.5% IBU.
What?
50. Aye, Lager Malt, Vienna Malt, Munich Malt, Hops, Cascade, Nelson Sauvin, Citron, Simcoe. Oh, the Simcoe, eh? But again, mate, if you look at it, it's got that kind of clear look to it in it. Now, question for you, mate, or indeed anybody else that's watching it. Obviously, these are more budget compared to, like, say, the kind of higher craft ales. Do you think they're not using as much fruit or something like that? And is that why it's not as cloudy as the the kind of more expensive varieties? Or what's your thoughts on that? Would I be right in saying that?
I think they're just getting massive deals to fucking supply runners it.
Aye. Exactly. I don't know. I really like this. See, because it's now.
It's lovely. Lovely. It's lovely. I'm not going to fucking denigrate the Williams Brothers, because that's I love the Williams Brothers. Caesar Augustus and Joker are fucking two of my favourite beers ever. And I'm not going to fucking slate the cunts for fucking diversifying. I mean, why would you?
Aye. What that for me is more. The description of that is more is better than what the description was on the Sherbet Pale Ale. It's a grapefruit IPA. It's giving you the grapefruit. If you were to eat a grapefruit, it's a total and utter face curdler. That gives you the pop for me. It's the zinginess. I can tell there's definitely natural grapefruit in that just because it's got that the smell. The only downside for me is, maybe the look of it. I was expecting it to be a bit more kind of grapefruity coloured even, kind of, as opposed to the kind of, I don't know if you can see that as well. There's quite a lot of Benito still going on in it as well. But
carbonation.
Yeah,
remember, guys don't know what Benito is. Carbonation.
Benito carbonation. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
No, I'll be honest. That's a fucking cranky beer.
Beautiful. It really is.
Cranky beer. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure how I'm going to score it, because grapefruit's not my favourite. But like when you're sitting here mad at it after a few beers, and a grapefruit beer's fucking exactly what you need, just to change the palate.
Yes, indeed. And mate, I mean, even a bit. I mean, if you'd have a wee coffee, a wee mocha for your brekkie, then you'd maybe have a wee bit of grapefruit, so it kind of tallies in nicely with the mocha from earlier on as well. Mate, are you ready to score this?
Aye.
Right, let's go for it. So,
buy again? Yes. Would I Sesh it? No. But that's just down to the fact that it's quite abrasive. The grapefruit is quite abrasive of tastes. Don't get me wrong. I would Sesh it. If there was nothing else there, I would be fucking. That'd be the.
So, would that be a yes or a no? Would you Sesh it?
No.
Right, okay. Got you.
And scores on the doors. I'm going to give this. I really like it. I'm going to give it a 7.5.
It's a good score, big man.
It's really nice. That is really nice.
That is nice.
Really nice.
So, would I buy that again? 100% yes. Would I Sesh it? 5.5%? No, I wouldn't Sesh it, purely because, as you said, I'd agree with you there. It's more of a palate changer. I would certainly include it in purchases at Aldi, but I wouldn't Sesh it. I don't think it's a sessionable type of beer. Now, score-wise, now, Brenny, I don't know if, I'm sure we have discussed this before, but anybody that knows me outside of the podcast knows that one of my favourite beers before I get into all this was Brewdog Elvis Juice, which was a grapefruit IPA as well. Coming in a wee bit stronger than this. So that's kind of a comparison to me on this. Now, is it better than the Elvis Juice? I wish I had a can of Elvis Juice just now, just to kind of taste them and decide them. But it is a very, very strong grapefruit beer for me, that. And I like it. Is it beer of the night territory? Probably not for me. But I'm going to give it I'm actually going to give it a 7.5 out of 10 as well, big man.
Nice one.
Yeah, so that's not quite a first class honours degrees, but it's a first class degree. So Williams brothers knocked it out of the park again, ain't they, big man?
Big thing.
Yeah, cheers, big man. So beer number 5 and the last one of part 1 of the Aldi is the Tempest Brewing Brave New World. I've got the pleasure, listen, in the interest of impartiality, Brenny, I'll tell you right now, man, I've had this one before.
Nice one.
All right. So Brave New World West Coast IPA, 330ml can. Now this one goes out to the crazy ones, to the wild-eyed, to those who chase tomorrow. A future-proofed West Coast IPA with everything levelled up, maximum bitterness, pithy grapefruit, resinous pine, all underpinned by my finest malt. I'll see you on the other side.
That says it all.
7%.
Hey.
Brilliant. Run about £1.60. Aye. What it might be, I don't know. Run about £1.60, £1.70 a can out of Aldi.
It's a brave new world, all right.
It's a brave new world. Cheers, big man.
Go on the Tempest.
Oh. It's as good as I remember, man.
Fantastic.
Oh, that is. It's interesting we've had the grapefruit leading into that, mate, but that is tremendous, man. I'll tell you right now, Brenny, that is the best value for money beer you've ever had on the show, by the way. Honestly, utterly stunning, man. I can't tell it's 7%.
7.8, I think.
Is it? Nah, it's they've done the zero. They've done the wee circle, the wee slash on the zero. But I tell you, Brave New World, the description, pithy resin, it's got that pininess, as we call it, the grassiness, maximum bitterness. Mate, as you know, West Coast IPA, I know it's one of your favourite styles, but that is for £1.70-ish a can out of Aldi. I can't believe I'm saying this. Get yourself down to Aldi and buy as much of that as possible, man, because it's normally £2.70 a can. I tell you, that is a brilliant beer, mate, innit? I don't know what your thoughts are. Sorry, I might have oversold it there.
It's incredible.
Superb.
Trying beer. We've saved the best for last.
Aye, we have. I mean,
and that's an absolute knock your socks off. Stop what you're doing, drink this beer, and get naked and go to bed. Aye,
yes, or whatever else floats your boat. But that's true. It's true, isn't it? It's orgasmic, that beer, mate. It's fucking. It's a great beer, mate, and it's. I mean, I know it's the beer festival was going on at Aldi when I was in, and there was hardly any of that left in the shelf, mate. I was like that. I took 4 cans in there. I don't know if you noticed, big man, when I dropped them off on your doorstep the other night. There was an extra can of that in there for you. I thought you'd like that one.
I'm not clocked. I'm not clocked. I don't go through my itinerary till later on.
It's I mean, we can't really say much more about this other than I'm really excited to be trying. I think Tempest Brewery is one that we should be looking at doing in the future. If that is their Aldi beer, you know, what's the rest of them like? You know what I mean? Really top stuff. And I love the fact as well, we've listened to the podcast and it comes in a nice wee 330ml can for us. Obviously we like that. If there's any other brewers out there watching, Bilko and Brenny's podcast, what are we telling you? Make it in a 330ml can.
You get him chill, Bilko. You get him chill.
Right, but are we going to score this? Because we've kind of... I will score it, right. So I'll go first, mate. It's... would I buy it again? I did buy it again already. I did try it before, and I do apologise if you're watching that and you're thinking, you're just a charade. You said you were going to try. The first time I tried it was on Tuesday night. It's Friday night. I bought it again on the Wednesday, and then I had to go and buy it again on the Thursday. Right. So with a session at 7%, mate. Yes, I would session that. And if I had more cans of it, I would be sessioning it as we speak. Now, scores on the doors. The beer so far of the night for me was the Mocha from Williams Brothers, coming in at 8.5 out of 10. Oh, I'm going to give this. See, for the value, Brenny, I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10, mate.
Fucking hell.
A 9 out of 10.
You sure, mate?
I was looking back about I've looked back on some of them. We've given like the Pilot Stout, for example. I gave that a 9. I'm actually going to. Do you know what it is, mate? Like it's the taste, the value, the ABV, the quaffability, and most importantly, the tannability of that. I would sesh it, mate. It's a 9 out of 10 all day long, mate. Honestly, 9 out of 10 all day long. What about yourself?
I brave new world. A brave new world. I think that's what everybody's looking for.
Indeed.
Everybody's looking for something different. I know that it's not any different. They've been producing this beer for fucking donkeys. And I've got to say, fucking hats off to them because it's fucking lovely. It invokes everything you want. Taking you to our place, fucking all the rest of it. My scores on the doors, would I sesh it? Of course I would. Again, I don't give a fuck. That's a sessionable beer. Would I buy it again? Of course I would. Yes. Scores on the doors, I'm giving that an 8.5.
Wow. So.
Brave new world. Brave new world.
Beer of the night, mate.
Beer of the night for me. Has been for fucking donkeys.
Cheers, mate. Oh, Brenny, before we go, couple of things, I picked up another couple of things at Aldi while I was down there buying these beers, mate. I thought I would review them, these Aldi things. So, first thing I reviewed, mate, was wonky blueberries. Wonky blueberries, there we go. £1.49 out of Aldi. My review of them are, they're blueberries and they're wonky. They're very good. And we also done these 4 chocolate iced donuts, which was very interesting because it's actually got a Sainsbury's bag on it, but I picked them up out of Aldi, which is very, very interesting. Oh my God, I've just remembered, big man. Oh, see when I was picking up that bottle of Coke for you when I dropped them on your doorstep, I forgot I went to Sainsbury's, didn't I? These are actually Sainsbury's chocolate iced donuts. Oh my God! I've just lost all Aldi points there, but
that was the Aldi. That was
You were with Sainsbury's, so they were very good as well, mate. My review on them is they're chocolatey, they're icy, they're donuts. They've got hundreds of thousands on them, and they hit the spot. That was it. But my main review for Aldi is a good shop, man. I like Aldi. Do you like Aldi?
Don't start me with Aldi.
Aldi's like brilliant, isn't it? It's like
Steinheiser, fucking brilliant.
Steinheiser. You've also got the midget gems for 29p. You've got
the berries, sorry.
Mate, you've got the pumpkins there.
Oh,
the pumpkin heat. You've got all the fruit and vegetables. It'll be interesting to see what happens next week, mate, because I think Aldi is the bar has been set quite high for Aldi.
Was it?
In terms of the quality of the beers.
Oh, aye, for Lidl.
Aye, so Lidl. So, aye, it'll be interesting to see, you know, if ALDI get in contact or a Lidl get in contact. Listen, we're always available. ALDI obviously have listened, and all the brewers have listened to the 330ml. Bilko and Brenny's podcast always say 300. Listen, and if you're watching this Overtone, and if you're watching this Daya and Track and look, to be fair, Lot Fines, listen, don't they? They've got smaller beers, don't they? You know, Broughton's, dare I say it, they've got smaller beers. So if you're watching this, you know, get some wee brewery, get some wee cans into the high street and get them in there, because do you know what's going to happen? People like us will buy them, and then do you know what we'll do? If we really like them, we'll go to the bloody coal ships of this world. We'll go to the wee beer shops and the Thornwoods and the Growlers up, you know what I mean? We'll go there and we'll buy the bigger, more expensive stuff if you get that stuff into the high street, alright? And by the way, when you decide to do a sessionable beer, we want it to be called Hannability, and we want it to be called Sessionable with an SESHIONNABILITY. And you know why? Because fucking Bilko said so.
Yes, Bilko. Yes, Bilko. Yes, Sessionability.